we relatable? Not always. At least, my grandmother is different from us. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, good evening and welcome to the life story of my beautiful grandmother, Fatima. She's 94 years old and she was married to an old man back when she was in her 20s. And she never traveled more than 150 miles radius from my village. At this age, she takes care of her buffalo. When I say she takes care of her buffalo, I mean she walks 1 mile every morning and cuts the buffalo grass and carries it back home and feeds the buffalo with her hand. And it's just delightful to watch the bonding that she has with the buffalo. In her 30s, she lived in a house with 30 other people. And everyone in the house loved the food that she cooked. And when it was turn of some other women in the house to cook, she would go hide and taste the food. And if it tasted delicious, she would add extra salt into it. I know it's not okay to do it, but that's what my grandmother did back in those days. She's smart, but illiterate. But that did not stop her from calculating wages faster than many other people. So every time she rings me, she asks me about my daily monthly income, and within seconds she would calculate annual income and tell me how much percentage I have to save and lots of things. And she cannot read time, but can actually tell us the approximate time looking at the sun. Last month, when COVID hit hard in India, many people that I knew suffered from COVID, and my grandmother, who was never hospitalized, and thinks that she's strong and no disease can actually hurt her. And so when she was asked to isolate, what she did was she was not completely believing in this, so she went on close to my neighbors and actually coughed on one of the person, and because she wanted to check if this COVID was real. And later on, the neighbor, he came on to argue, but that's a different story. She's strong and sensitive too, because when she gave birth to her second child, he died when he was 1 year old. And later on, in a few years' time, she lost 3 more children. And she weeps sometimes, and she's in pain, but she never really expressed it. At least she never told me about her pain, and always talks about happy stuff. And she loves money, but she never spends even a penny. And she wants all money possible. And so recently, so what she aims for is for her family to work hard and earn even harder. So recently, when my mother and aunt were making puppets is nothing but you soak rice and grind it, and you make like a pancakes and dry them in the sun and use them as a snack for days to come. You fry them and they're just crispy and good. And when my mother and aunt were making it, my grandmother slowly went in and saw how much hard work they were putting in, told them that if you had listened to me earlier and did a tomato farming, and look at the prices hiking on right now, you could have earned 100,000 rupees and must have bought varieties of snacks home. Dear members, she's an inspiration. And she's just one among many of our grandmothers who's living old-fashioned life and finding happiness in little things.